Hello, good morning. This is teacher Fatima. On this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to introduce yourself. Are you ready? Let's go.
As a country, we are facing a major shortage of physicians over the next 10 years. So back over 10 years ago, Central Michigan University's leadership decided to meet that mission by creating a new College of Medicine, focusing on training physicians to be able to take care of communities, both urban and rural, mostly in Michigan, and who live by that mission on a daily basis.
We have a very urban population in a mid-sized city, but we also, within 15 miles, can be in a very rural area of the state of Michigan. That, in the end, provides a wonderful environment for education and for the experience of our medical students and our medical residents.
I think that we have so many opportunities for independent learners that people who come here have to be a bit more autonomous. We want people who are able to take advantage of all of the opportunities that we have.
Our organization is structured in a way that's fairly unique. We have a three-way partnership, which is between Ascension St. Mary's, Covenant Healthcare, and Central Michigan University. And so you see a really broad base of patients, which is exceptionally important for a good patient care experience and a great education.
What we're trying to prepare residents for is a career where they may be treating different volume of patients, different critically ill patients, complex disease processes. And what we want to ensure is that their education has provided them a base where they go out into the field and they can choose the path they want to follow for their personal growth, for their family's growth. And they won't ever look back and think, hey, you know what? I didn't learn that in residency.
Our faculty are world-class. The relationship with the faculty and the teachers of the program is very personal.
We have faculty from New York to LA who have all come here to stay and have been here for a long time. And I think that provides the learners with a great diversity of faculty, of ideas, and people to learn from. You're really learning from the experts. And the experts are actually taking care of patients themselves. One of the reasons a lot of us faculty stay here is because we get to have hands-on with the patients, and that makes us better clinicians and better educators.
We're not measured by the thickness of our resume, by our publications, by what we do academically. We're measured by how much we make a difference for all of us in this region.
From the program director to the faculty, on down to the seniors and the co-residents, we're all looking out for each other. If anyone needs anything, we're right there, a call or page away, and that goes for everyone in the program, and it feels like family.
You're gonna get very close to your colleagues, you're gonna get very close to your mentors, and you're gonna have all the tools you need that if you do wanna jump into fellowship later, you'll get all the right tools you need to get there.
There's a lot to do in the area. I love being so close to many different lakes and rivers where we can go fishing or out on the boat and have fun places to spend the weekend. Just a nice area to kind of be around and have fun with friends and family.
We have restaurants, we have shops, we have waterfront, we have walkability, we have bike trails, and it's all within minutes reach, which is completely different than other communities. We have a great combination of patient care, a community that's very welcoming to learners, and one that is a great place to live, work, and play. I think you'll find educational complexity that is on par with university programs, but with a smaller town touch and feel that makes it a really intimate place to get an education.
Bay City International College was established in 2005. Some of the students come from Bay City, but most of them come from abroad. They are studying at the college because their parents have come from many different parts of the world to work in and around Bay City. The college has over 500 students aged between 12 and 18. The principal is Miss Helen Jackson. My name's Todd Olsen and I'm American. My family came to Bay City 4 years ago when my dad got a job with an oil company. He's an engineer. My name's Lucy Dowall and I'm French. My father is an airline pilot for Bay Air. Hi, I'm Florence Dowall. I'm Lucy's sister. My name is Gustav Hindman. I'm 16 years old and I come from Vienna in Austria. I'm Natasha Sims. Everyone calls me Tasha for short. I'm 17 and I come from Bristol in the UK. My parents are working as architects here in Bay City. My name's Ramon Acosta. I'm 16 and I'm from Mexico. My parents are both doctors at Bay City Hospital. My name's Rudy Henning and I come from Johannesburg in South Africa. My dad runs the Big Golf Hotel just outside Bay City. Hi, I'm Vincenzo Eroldi and I come from Milan in Italy. My name is Eva Zemanova. I come from Paraguay, the capital of the Czech Republic. Hello, I'm Marit Ekman and I'm from Sweden. I've been at the college for 2 years. My dad runs a travel company and my mom is a professional photographer. My name is Li Chen and I'm Chinese. I'm 18 years old. My father is a businessman. I arrived in Bay City 2 weeks ago and I'm going to stay for a year. After that, I'll go back to China. Hello, I'm Zafir Karam. My family is originally from Lebanon, but I was born in Bay City. My parents own a Lebanese restaurant. It's one of the best restaurants in Bay City. My name's Giorgio Bianco and I'm Italian too. My name's Mimi Bon and I come from Montreal in Canada. My father is a scientist and my mother is a teacher of French here at the college. Hi, I'm Liam Delvin and I'm Irish. My dad works at the oil refinery. My name is Kurt Asper and I come from Switzerland. I've been a student at the college for 3 years. I'm Helen Jackson. I've been principal of Bay City International College since it opened in 2005.
Hi and welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to concentrate on the question, tell me about yourself. But in particular, we're going to be concentrating on school leavers. So those who are looking for their first job. So you may be 16, you may be 18, leaving sixth form and moving on to, whether it's a part-time job or a full-time job. And the objective, therefore, of this tutorial is just to teach you ES, which is just education and skills. Now, obviously, if you are more experienced, we concentrate on your experience. But as I say, for many of you who are writing in and leaving comments, there's an awful lot of you getting frustrated because you don't actually have the experience. So I say it's just to concentrate on your education and skills. That's the main objective of this tutorial. Now, just before we begin with ES, I just want to kind of highlight a couple of answers that sound quite bad. And when you speak to employers, they kind of like drop their shoulders in just frustration and kind of look at the flaw in the fact that young people today aren't necessarily taught these things in school because they are real life skills. And if you haven't been taught, it's quite a frustrating experience, not only for the employer, but particularly for you as the person going to the interview. So I'm just going to give you 3 examples. First of all, the most common thing is, I don't know really what to say, there's nothing to tell, or I live with my mum and sister and I play football, or I just go to school and play on my Xbox. So they're kind of some of the frustrating answers or the natural answers that you give, but they're not necessarily correct. So what the employer is looking for is, number 1, is a little bit about your education, and number 2, what skills do you actually have? Now, the first part to answering this question is fairly straightforward and quite simple, and this is the education part. And all you need to say is your name and the education institution that you're studying and some of the qualifications, whether you're working towards them or whether you've achieved them. So it might sound something, hi, my name's John, I'm studying at King's Leadership Academy, where I'm studying for 10 GCSEs, including maths, English and IT. Really is as simple as that. It's just an opening line. Obviously, you can see the difference in the sense that it's not about how many cats or dogs that you've got. It's not about whether you support a certain football team or whether you play on the Xbox. It's just a nice, easy opening sentence, because the real kind of skill or the real power in the answer is going to come in the skills section. So for this part, it's just the Education Institute, obviously your name and what you're studying. So just really, really simple. As I say, in the next part, we're just going to concentrate, which is the most important, which is skills. And then at the end, you'll actually see the full and complete answer. So the second part to answering this question is probably the most important, and that is concentrating on your skills. Now, the skills section, there's 3 things that I need you to do. So whenever you're applying for a job with 0 experience, you have to get the job description. Now, what this highlights then is the keywords, like an answers to a test almost, is where the employer is actually saying this is exactly what it is that we want. And for many young people, they don't really kind of look or investigate some of the keywords. So first step is the job description, and then you have to jot down the keywords that pop up all the time. For example, most job descriptions kind of sound something like this, where we're looking for somebody who's enthusiastic to serve our customers. Another sentence might be, we're looking for motivated people to join our team, or we're looking for people to work under pressure in a fast-paced environment. Now, just highlight 3 quick words from that one: enthusiastic, motivated, and work under pressure. The second step that we need to move on then, once we've done the job description part, is brainstorm. You need to then brainstorm all the different kind of experiences that you've had that make you enthusiastic, that make you motivated, or where you've worked under pressure. Now, when you look at your job description, there may be other keywords in there. It might be completely different. Remember, this is just an example. So step 1, find the job description. Look through, find the keywords. Step 2 is the B, brainstorm. All those ideas of where you've highlighted or where you have experience in those particular areas. So if it's enthusiasm, are you enthusiastic for helping people? Have you helped younger people in the school? Have you helped teachers? Are there any kind of external events, working with kind of maybe the community? Have you been enthusiastic for things like Duke of Edinburgh, sport and achievements? They're types of enthusiasm. It's where you've got energy to complete a task. Another kind of example is working under pressure. So obviously it's exams, and working under pressure, you have to be organised. Now, it might be that you've worked in different sports and teams. It might be that you had to develop presentations. There will be examples when you actually think, when you brainstorm all those examples out, of times when you've been enthusiastic, times when you've been motivated, times when you've worked under pressure. Once you've jotted those ideas out, step 3 is then creating the actual answers. So going into more detail. So again, if you are motivated, start to write out now an actual answer for where you've been motivated. Pressure, again, write out a full example. And the same with enthusiasm. It's all about then just constructing an answer that when we talk about our education and the 3 key skills, your answer will be miles better than anybody else. So just remember, when you're constructing your answer for the skills section, JBC. So find the job description, brainstorm the ideas from the 3 key skills, and then the final step is create your answer. So now we move to the final part of this section in terms of answering the question, and this is giving you the complete answer. So a really good answer would sound something like this. Hi, my name is John, and I attend King's Leadership Academy, where I've just completed my GCSEs. I believe I'm an enthusiastic person who loves to help people. During my time in school, I have supported events in the community and also helped younger people develop in sport. I'm also highly motivated. I was part of the school football team. I like to achieve by competing, by winning, and also by supporting my teammates. And finally, I believe I'm a person who works well under pressure. I balance many exams with including coursework deadlines by being organised and consistently working towards my goals. So hopefully what that shows is the difference between a good and a bad answer. And hopefully that gives you a lot more confidence if you're a school leaver going into a situation where you're asked the question, tell me about yourself. So remember your education, tell the person or the interviewing panel where you're educated, what you're studying, what level of education, and then obviously talk about the skills. Use the job description, brainstorm some ideas, and then create your answers. And then obviously you can then see the difference between a guy talking about playing on his Xbox in his room to a person who studied qualifications and what skills are relevant to helping the organisation. If you follow that model, if you follow that answer or that setup, you will be successful more times than you're not. So best of luck with your interview and look forward to speaking to you again soon.